Ash from Super Videos, back for another teaser or promo breakdown for an upcoming episode of The Walking Dead. This is my promo breakdown for Season 10 Episode 11, which is called Morning Star. Let's jump right into it. So the trailer starts with this shot of Daryl riding into Hilltop. We have Lydia there with him, and Kelly and Yumiko reacting to Daryl and Lydia getting there. We also see Jerry there. So it seems like everyone who was trapped in the cave has now kind of found their way to Hilltop. We know that Aaron told Father Gabriel and Scott in the last episode that they were separated, and Aaron actually made his way to Alexandria. So everyone else aside from Aaron made their way to Hilltop. You have Yumiko in the background asking Daryl any sign of them. So this is of course referring to Connie and Magna. They're asking if there's any sign of them. Maybe this is the first time Daryl is coming back after the events of the cave, which means that this is the first time that the survivors here are seeing Lydia back. So that might be very interesting to see as well in terms of how they're going to react to Lydia at this point. Daryl and Lydia, I think there are other survivors in the background with them. They're most likely still looking for Connie and Magna. Daryl says they didn't get that far, which is interesting. Maybe he's referring to whispers or something like that. I don't think he's talking about Magna and Connie, unless at this point they do realize that they made it out of the cave and they're just out there. But I doubt that's the case. I think he's probably referring to someone else. Then we have this shot of Kelly, Luke, Yumiko, and Jerry. We have Luke in the background saying we gotta find our people, man. So that's interesting. The way he says it makes me think that maybe someone objected to them looking for them, something like that, and that's when Luke jumps in and says, we gotta find our people. I doubt that Daryl would be the one to object, but maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's Lydia. Maybe this relates to this shot of Lydia saying, you can't go out there, my mother is coming. So it's not safe for you to be out there. Whispers are going to be coming to them. Obviously Alpha is going to be with them. So maybe that's when Luke is going to jump in and say that we got to look for our people. Something like that. Then we have this shot of Alpha, Beta, and some other Whispers and maybe some other walkers approaching. They're most likely going towards Hilltop. We know this episode is going to be leading to the Whisper attack at Hilltop. It's not going to be the attack itself, it's going to lead to that. Like at the end of this episode, I think we are going to see the attack starting, and we're going to really get into the fight with the Whispers in season 10 episode 12. Now in other shots, in other teasers that are related to this shot here, we do see Negan with them. So Beta, Alpha, and Negan. So that leads me to think that Negan goes with them to attack Hilltop, which is extremely interesting. Daryl and Kelly, Daryl says they're closing in on us, so they're sending walkers towards us, they're closing in on us, and they want to attack. Then we have this image of Daryl at Hilltop. He's kind of thinking about something. He's obviously pretty beat up from his fight with Alpha, so he's still recovering from that. And we have someone in the background, I think it's Deanna, saying Alexandria can't get here, so they're basically there on their own. No one's there to help them. They're gonna have to fight back themselves. Then we have this image of Carol walking past the paintings on the wall. We have characters who have passed. We have Beth, we have Glenn, we have Herschel, and other characters. We've seen this exact wall earlier in season 9 even, so this is nothing new, but Carol is the one passing by this wall, which is interesting. Now, this could either be a tease at Maggie's return, or it could be a tease that we might finally find an answer about who let Negan out. Like, I think this could relate to that. Like, we could see Carol walking past the wall and then thinking about what she did. And maybe this will be the time that they'll reveal that Carol let Negan out. We still don't know if that's the case, but if it is the case, this might be the time to reveal that. Then we have this shot of Rosita and Deanna at Hilltop. We do know that Rosita came to Hilltop to get checked out by the doctor, but Deanna says we're on our own. This relates back to her saying that Alexandria can't get here. Then we have this image of Negan and Alpha together near this kind of body of water. This may even be the exact same spot that they were ambushed by Daryl in the last episode. Then we have this shot of them together. Now I think this shot will most likely lead to Alpha asking Negan to go with them to attack Hilltop, or it's gonna lead to Negan receiving his Whisper Mask or earning his Whisper Mask. And it could even lead to the scene where we have Negan punishing Alpha, which we did see in one of the other teasers. We have this shot of Errol saying we're going to have to fight, so they're contemplating whether they're gonna fight or do something else, and he's probably saying that we should fight, there's no other way. We also do see a little bit of Rosita on the top left and Daryl in the background as well. We have this image of Daryl taking out his weapon and going towards the hilltop gates. We've seen this shot in multiple parts of a lot of other teasers, so there's really nothing new to talk about there. We have this shot of Yumiko, Rosita, and Eugene. They're at the hilltop, and this is probably when we're going to see the beginning of the attack at the hilltop. Then we have this shot of Jerry and King Ezekiel. Now, if you pay attention, he does not have his scarf around his neck, so that leads me to think that he probably revealed that he has cancer to everyone. We do know based on other shots in other teasers, there is this shot of him with Carol that seems to be right after he tells her that he has cancer. There's also this other shot with Ezekiel shaking hands with Daryl, which could also be the aftermath of him telling them that he has cancer. We've seen those two shots in other teasers. Then we have this other shot of Ezekiel and Jerry. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention is the reason Ezekiel comes clean about that secret is probably because they're going to be attacked. They may not make it. Then we have this shot of Aaron and some other militia that they have at Hilltop getting ready to fight. We have this shot as well. So it seems like maybe the Whispers send in the Walkers first. Maybe the first wave of the attack is going to be Walkers, and then the Whispers are going to come themselves, which is most likely going to be the next episode after this one. Then we have this shot of Daryl swinging his weapon at the Walkers and killing them, and that's where the trailer ends. That's pretty much it for this promo breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.